There are 3 easy steps in creating your resume link. Let me show you how.
Step 1. Register. Go to www.jobs180.com using any browser and click Register Now. Fill out all the information needed. In choosing your resume link, use your full name so that it looks professional and it's easy to recall by potential employers. For example, Antonio Juan de la Cruz.jobs180.com. Step 2. Create and design. When creating your resume, make sure to complete your personal information and upload your profile picture. One of the highlights of the resume link is the portfolio section. In the portfolio section, you can show off your skills by uploading samples of your work like documents, pictures, videos, and your social media links.
Your resume link also features different themes and you can upload a cover photo. This is a combination of a cover letter and a social network cover photo. Here is an example. You can also download a copy of your resume link and print it. Step 3. Apply for a job. There are many ways to apply with your resume link.
First is browsing the job recommendations in your Jobs 180 dashboard.
If you're qualified, click Submit Resume Link. So what are you waiting for? Dress up your next generation resume, stand out brightly among the competitive job seekers in the market, and win the heart of your future employers using Resume Link.
Hi! Welcome to Manulife IT Delivery Centres Asia, or MIT-DC. This is also MIT-DC. This is a MIT-DC office. We'll get to meet each other either here or virtually. They are MIT-DC, and they're MIT-DC. They're MIT-DC. He's also MIT-DC. They like to pair program. You'll be working with them and with other people across Asia, Canada and North America as part of Manulife, a leading global financial services provider. Today, I'd like to introduce our high-performing team engagement framework. It is key to ensuring that MIT-DC is an enjoyable, rewarding and productive place to work. The framework is made up of 5 key elements. 1. A psychologically safe, accountable and productive environment, powered by Kaizen. 2. Management accountability, leaders listening and taking action on your feedback. 3. Shared values and a strategic understanding of our purpose in the company. 4. The employee needs hierarchy that ensures that you not only have what you need to do your work, but also recognition, a happy team dynamic, and individual growth. And finally, 5. Our engagement pulse check, or the Gallup survey, whose 36 questions ask, are our people leaders living up to their commitments? Let's go into each in a little more detail. A psychologically safe environment means that MIT-DC fosters an open workplace that encourages feedback. We express our ideas. We ask and give help. We act with integrity and learn from our mistakes. Kaizen is our methodology for this. Management accountability means that company leaders will listen, confirm and action feedback at both an individual team and MIT-DC-wide level. Through Gallup, employee focus groups, town halls, retrospectives and the daily performance dialogue. We're here to listen. We're here to act. It's important to have a strategic understanding of our purpose in the company. Our shared Manulife values were co-created with employees globally. Our values guide how we do our work. The employee needs hierarchy ensures that not only are basic needs met, but also individual recognition, a happy team dynamic, and personal growth opportunities. These are part of your needs that Manulife passionately works on with you every day. And lastly, we have the Engagement Pulse Check, or Gallup Poll, whose 36 questions are directly linked to our framework. And, as always, you can give us open feedback too. This allows us to improve and action at both an individual and collective team level. The format follows an agreement scale that goes from strongly agree to strongly disagree. The result is a measure of our engagement relative to other teams and the industry. So that's our high-performing team engagement framework in a nutshell. We're quite excited to hear from you. Until then, remember, we're getting better every day. Bye!
I felt that my work before didn't give me the continuous learning and career growth I was looking for. Hi, I'm Isa. I am the Clinical Training and Quality Lead for Care Innovation Operations. I am also a nurse by profession, licensed in the state of New York.
Hi, I'm Rosro. I was a Philippine registered nurse when I joined Accenture. I signed up for the USRN Build program where I was able to get my US nursing license. I now handle a group of USRNs for a US health insurance client.
Hi, I'm Rosh. I'm a service delivery lead in health and a global process owner for provider operations, leading a team across Manila, Ilocos, and Chennai.
I felt that my work before didn't give me the continuous learning and career growth I was looking for. So, I joined Accenture as a US registered nurse. Now, I am a clinical training and quality manager. As a nurse, we review patients' medical records to make sure that services are medically necessary.
Our team caters to North America's leading healthcare payers, providers like doctors and nurses, and non-traditional health organizations. We help our clients meet the essential expectations that every person has of the healthcare system: access, experience, and outcomes. We have a strong learning and development capability for our talents. The opportunity to learn and develop new skills is not limited to your specific function or role.
I've learned different skills in leadership, business acumen, technology like robotic process automations, and artificial intelligence, which gave me the advantage in managing the various clinical teams for delivery and quality.
The USRN Build program is an Accenture initiative wherein the company provides opportunities for Philippine registered nurses to become US registered nurses. Accenture shoulders all of the expenses starting from the review center, processing of all of your documents on your behalf, and all the way down to taking the USRN licensure exam. All you have to do is just focus on the review and pass the test.
As a first-time mom of a 1-year-old boy, Accenture gave me the opportunity to work with flexibility, which allows me to spend more time with my son, while at the same time feel more connected with my team all over the world.
Future Ready is being able to get ahead of the curve. For the last 17 years, I have seen the healthcare industry continue to evolve and adapt to change. The pandemic has accelerated the shift to digital, opening the untapped potential in deploying AI and robotic process automation, all with a goal to be future ready. With Accenture as their partner, our insights and value-driven culture will help our clients deliver their promise of care to their customers.
Okay, so good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Jobs180.com's Marketing Live with Sorsogon State University. So today we will be joined by speakers from Jobs180.com and VXI. So before we start, may we invite everybody for the opening prayer, followed by the singing of the national anthem.
Praise God from whom all blessings flow. Praise Him, all creatures here below. Praise Him above the heavenly host. Praise Father, Son, and Holy Ghost.
Mga kababayan, ang pambansang awit ng Pilipinas. Kayang magiliw
All right. So again, welcome everyone. How are you guys today? So we hope everyone's doing well and okay today. So by the way, my name is Joyce. I'm from jobs180.com and I will be your host for today's session. So we are live via Jobs 180 Facebook and Jobs 180 YouTube channel. And we hope that everyone's looking forward to learning something new today. So as usual, to our audience for today, please comment your name, your year, and your course. And if you have questions later on, please type them in so we can answer them after the talk. So the Q&A will happen after each speaker's presentation. So here's our schedule for today. So we have two topics for today's session. First is job applications using the resume link, which will be discussed by jobs180.com. Next is interview tips by VXI. So we have two great topics for today's session. So I bet everyone's excited and ready to listen to our speakers today. And again, shout out to everyone who is already here now. And for those classmates and schoolmates who are not yet here, please tell them to come and watch our webinar because we will surely learn a lot of things that you are going to need when you enter the world of work. Ayan. So kung wala pa po sila rito, please tawagin nyo na. And again, don't forget to comment your name, your year, and your course. And as we go along, please type in your questions so we can read them later. And please, huwag po kayong mahiyang magtanong. This is your chance to ask before you face the adulting thing or the world of work. Okay, so let's start. Kilalanin na po natin ang ating unang speaker. So for our first topic, which is job applications using the resume link, our first presenter has 20 years of experience in sales, marketing, business development, customer service, operations, business process, and human resources. As a trusted resource speaker, he has done over 1,000 career development seminars in more than 400 plus colleges and universities nationwide. So the managing director from jobs180.com, Mr. Kim Chua. Sir Kim, take it away.
Everyone. Good day to all of you. My name is Kim Chua. Don't forget the wa, baka Kim Chu lang maalala nyo. And I'm here to share to you about the most secure tool for job application. This is how you can market yourself more effectively and the different ways to do that. Okay, so let me start. Now, when you apply, you probably have a checklist if you're using the right tool. So just go along with me if you have the right, if you have the same checklist that I have. So ito yung mga things na like kong tinatandaan, no? Will my tool or will the thing that I'll be using help me to stand out? That's the first item that is very important for me. Kailangan mag-stand out ako kasi dami-dami kong kasabayan kalaban sa pag-apply. Another thing in my checklist is that, do I have more than one file? Because oftentimes I have a lot of files. May academic records, may mga government IDs, and dami mga kailangan hingiin ng mga companies. So I'd like to put them all in one file. And this tool helps me to do that. Okay? Another thing that this tool can do is that it allows me to make the process more efficient. Mas napapabilis yung pag-apply. No? Hindi na napapatagal yung pabalik-balik. So, mas mabilis din syempre tayo maka-move forward. Diba? And another thing that this tool can do is that wala tong bayad. Mukha lang akong salesman pero libre po ito. Okay? So, this tool is absolutely for free. The most important in my checklist is that this tool, okay, makes my information secured. And I think this is the most important question. Do you want your information to be secured? I hope your answer is yes. Okay? And so with that, let me show you ano tong tool na ito. This tool is called ResumeLink. ResumeLink, by definition, is the most secured tool for job application. Okay? This is a personalized URL. It is a link that anyone can open online anytime, provided that they know the link. So let me use an example. If you are John Santos, just in case lang, your name is John Santos, your resume link would look something like johnsantos.jobs180.com. Ganun lang kasimple. So how do you make one? Okay, how do you make one? Now, the first step is for you to register. This is absolutely for free. Wala itong bayad. Okay? So what do? You go to www.jobs180.com and that is where you now register. Okay? As you register, you just simply fill out the information. These are the basic information. You have the account details, you have your personal information, you have your education background, and just in case you have your work experience, whether it's OJT or it's part-time job or whatever yung work experience na yan, then you proceed to that work experience page. Pero pag wala, hanggang dyan na lang tayo sa may education information. Okay? After doing so, you now start to create your resume link. So ano ba ang basihan ng resume link? Kadalasan, ang resume link natin, we base it on our name. We base it on our unique name. Okay, so as an example, if you're John Santos, then you say johnsantos.jobsonit.com. Now, what about during scenarios where you create your resume link tapos may nauna sa inyo? May ibang John Santos, may kapangalan ka, no, nauna sa inyo. Ano mangyayari? Magkakaroon na red na box. Sasabihin niya, this name has already been taken. Na okay, malungkot pag taken na. Okay lang, maging creative lang kayo ng konti. Pwede mo balik ta rin. Pwede mo sabihin Santos John. Okay, you can also say Santos J, o kaya J Santos, o kaya JS, di ba? Or SJ. Depende sa link na gusto mo gawin. Basta importante, wala kang kapareho kahit kayo may kapangalan. Now, another thing I'd like to emphasize here, wag po kayong OA. Pag gumawa kayo ng resume link, huwag mo gagawin tipong nakalagay, cutie pie, lover boy, Barbie doll, di ba? Because it doesn't sound professional. Imagine going to a company and the HR will ask you, do you have a resume? Tapos sasabihin mo sa kanya, meron po, ang resume ko ay eljablo.jobsonit.com. Di ba? Baka matakot yung HR sa inyo. So I don't recommend that you do something like that. Just stick to your name. Whatever your name is, it will sound professional. Okay? Now, in creating a resume link, you have to use a valid email. Emails like Yahoo, Gmail, Rocketmail, any email, basta nabubuksan nyo, wag na wag ka lang gagamit ng facebook.com na email. Okay? Do not use something like, example lang patrick@facebook.com na email. Do not use patricia@facebook.com na email. Okay? In short, do not use @facebook.com na email. Because if you use @facebook.com, you will no longer be able to receive notifications being sent to you by the companies as well as jobs180.com. Okay? So use something that you can open. Why is it important for you to open your email? Because you have to verify your account. Okay? Remember, pag nag-verify, yan ang ebidensya na ikaw nag-register talaga. Yan ang proof. Diba? And at the same time, if you verify your account, then you'll be receiving notifications from the companies as well as Jobs on 80. If you do not verify your account, hindi nyo na po marireceive yung mga notification ng mga companies. So, sayang naman. Diba? Might as well verify your account first. Okay? Now, you're done with the first step. After you verify. So, ano na ang second step? Ang second step is the most logical of all the steps. You have to complete all the information. Very logical. Sino sa inyo mag-apply sa mga kumpanya, bungi-bungi detalye? Sino sa inyo magbibigay ng resume sa mga HR tapos kulang-kulang details nyo? I don't think you'll do that because you're just wasting your time. Instead, kumpletuhin yung information nyo bago kayo mag-submit dun sa mga companies. Okay? So, step 2, complete the information. And how do you do that? Punta kayo ulit dun sa website, www.jobs180.com, and this time, you don't need to register again kasi may account ka na eh. What you need to do is you have to log in. Okay? Now, as you log in, you start to put your registered email or your resume link and then your password. Na ikaw lang may alam. Okay? Ganun lang siya kasimple. Now, once you're inside your account, you start to fill in the blanks. Ganun lang kasimple. Fill in the blanks. So, the things that you see here, yung mga contents, napakasimple lang. Yung mga personal details nyo, lagay mo dyan. Diba? All the information na sa tingin nyo relevant, you put it there. Now, I have some emphasis lang on items na madalas nami-miss out ito ng mga aplikante. Ano yung mga yon? Sa contact information, you have to put here all the possible ways na pwede kang makontak ng isang HR. Kagaya ng social media handles nyo. Ba't ko nasabi yan? Because in reality is, pag tinatawagan kayo ng mga HR, madalas hindi naman ina-answer eh. Lalo na pag hindi nyo kilala, pag nag-ring yung phone nyo, hala, sino kaya ito? Di ba, hindi mo kilala. Ano gagawin? Hahayaan mo na lang. Di ba? Antayin mo kung may mag-message sa inyo. Eh, paano kung yung HR hindi naman masipag hindi masipag mag-message? Masipag lang siya magtawag. That's why I recommend you put here all the possible means na pwede ka makontak. Kagaya ng social media nyo. Put your Facebook there, yung mga messenger nyo, mga Twitter nyo, iba pang mga paraan, social media handles para mabilis kayo ma-reach out. Diba? Message na lang. Are you available Thursday, 10 a.m., so on and so forth. You get what I'm saying? Diba? So lahat ng paraan, lagay mo dyan. What else do you put here? You also put here yung inyong mga work options. Sa work options naman, you just choose lang, parang yes or no lang yan, parang switch, no? Kung ano yung mga options na gusto ninyo. No, willing to work night shift, willing to relocate, looking for OJT, you can also put it here. Okay? And then in terms of education, obvious naman, yung alma mater nyo, lagay nyo dito. Diba? Yung mga pampakapal ng resume, sa seminars attended, kahit magkopyahan pa kayo ng mga classmates mo, okay lang. Basta lang make sure, alam nyo na pag-usapan doon sa seminar na yon. Pagdating sa certification, ganun din yan. Walang limit sa space yan. Achievements, recommend ko dito is you don't only put yung mga achievement nyo inside the school. Okay? Kasi hindi naman lahat tayo academically inclined. Some of us are not very active sa school, pero active tayo sa mga socio-civic organization. Diba? So, even if it's outside of the school, you can also put it there. As long as you think it is an achievement, you put it there. Okay? Now, in terms of skills and languages, isa-isahin ko lang yan ha. Sa skills, do not limit your skills dyan lang sa course nyo. Hindi perkat education ng course mo, ang ibig sabihin, ang skills na alam mo lang ay magturo. Hindi perkat accounting ang course mo, ang alam mo lang gawin or ang skills mo ay mag-debit, credit at mag-balance sheet. Diba? So, marami kang alam na iba pa mga skills na kahit walang connect sa course, you can also put it here. Sample, photography, diba? Videography, diba? And all the other things, calligraphy, pwede mo ilagay dyan. Okay? When it comes to languages, I'm sure alam nyo, dalawang lengguwahe na. At the minimum, you know English and you know Filipino. If you know local dialect, to be specific, lagi mo Tagalog, Sabacano, Bisaya, Kapampangan, 'di ba? Ilonggo, wala naman limit sa space eh. 'Di ba? If you know foreign languages, put it there. Chinese, Japanese, French, Vietnamese, kung ano man 'yan, ilagay nyo. Because what you're doing is you're trying to market yourself more effectively to the prospective company. Now, when it comes to references, sigurado naman ako yung mga references nyo, kilala nyo. Ang tanong lang dyan, kayo ba kilala nila? Kasi madalas pag tinatawagan namin yung mga references nyo, hindi kayo maalala. Yung pinakamalupit dyan, hindi talaga kayo kilala. Okay, so please advise yung mga references nyo na ginawa nyo silang reference para at least they know what to tell about you. Okay? Now, at this point, I'd like to highlight yung mga things that you don't find in a traditional resume. Ano yung mga yan? Diba? Ito yung mga yun. Let me start with the portfolio section. The portfolio section is where you now upload evidence of your skills. And I think with this day and age, dito pumapasok yung efficiency ng ating application sa mga companies. Because oftentimes, when we apply to companies, marami mga hinihingi, mga pre-employment requirements. They will ask for mga documents, mga proof that is showing na yun talaga yung mga skills nyo. So, kung ano man meron yung mga documents, you can now take a picture, you can scan them, and you can upload it here. Example, government IDs. Diba? Meron ka mga transcripts, academic records. Diba? You can put that there. Okay? Kung meron mga medical clearance na kailangan, ganun din. Hindi na kailangan magpabalik-balik sa company. Oh, ayos ba? Oh, eto pa. Diba? But wait, there's more. Ito na yun. Etong isa pang gusto ko i-recommend sa inyo, yung tinatawag natin selfie video. Nowadays, I think, it is not very difficult to create a selfie video. Diba? Ito may TikTok nga kayo eh. Diba? Alam mo naman paano gumawa ng selfie video. So I don't need to teach you how to create a selfie video. What I need to share to you na lang is yung anong kailangan sabihin pagka gumawa ka ng selfie video. Okay, this time, what I recommend is you say something interesting about yourself. Okay? So, you pretend that you're being interviewed by the HR. Diba? Ano yung mga tinatanong sa atin? Why should we hire you? Diba? Tell me something about yourself. Why should we consider you among all the other applicants? O, di ba? Ang kagandahan ngayon is you create that video for about 1 minute or less. Hindi kailangan sobrang haba, no? Mga 1 minute lang or less. Pero ang maganda rito is na-evaluate na nung HR yung inyong communication skills. If you can speak in English, then I recommend you speak in straight English. But if you cannot, it's okay as long as you're able to show your personality. You can also showcase here yung mga hard skills nyo. Ano yung mga hard skills? Kagaya ng mga video na panood ko dati, pinakita nila how to use a soldering iron, how to properly handle a welding machine, diba? How to fold table napkins. O, ganun, diba? So, depende ko ano yung mga skills na alam mo at depende ko ano yung nasa field mo rin, diba? Na napag-aralan, diba? So, gusto mo magpakita ka paano mag-balance sheet, pwede rin. O, diba? Again, it really depends on what you wanted to show dun sa HR. Ang point is, you don't need to travel back and forth para lang ipakita on the spot dun sa HR yung inyong hard skills. And most importantly, hindi na kailangan magkaroon ng maraming aberya, maraming storbo. Diba? Sometimes when we try to contact you for the phone interview, maingay yung background, hindi marinig. Diba? Mahina signal, maingay, ano nangyari, nasa biyahe. Diba? Or sometimes hindi magtugma yung schedule. At least with that selfie video, it makes the process now more efficient. Now, another good thing with the ResumeLink is that you also upload here your profile picture. When it comes to profile picture, you don't need to go to the studio para magpa-picture. Huwag ka na gumastos. Ang importante lang dyan, tumingin ka sa camera, okay, with plain background, at of course, magbihis ka naman ng maayos, di ba? And then, you're good to go. Wag mo gagawin yung mga nasa right side ng screen niyo. Those samples that I'm showing you, it doesn't look professional. Imagine, di ba, yung mga selfie, mga nilagay ng avatar, yan, hindi yan, wag nyo gawin yan. Okay? Wag nyo gawin yan. It doesn't look nice, doesn't look professional. Okay? Now, another good thing pa with the resume link is that meron tayong tinatawag na cover photo. Ayan, pasintabi sa matatamaan. May iba sa inyo nakikinig ngayon, hindi naman kayo gifted with writing skills. Some of us are having a difficult time expressing our thoughts and feelings into words. So ano pwede mo gawin? You can now use those pictures to represent your personality or to showcase yung inyong skills. Example, look at the one on the left, yung nasa baba. Ano kaya siya? Sabi ni iba, sir, ophthalmologist, optometrist, or eye expert. Yung nasa kanan, yung nasa taas, ano kaya siya? Sabi ni iba, sir, para siyang admin or clerical work. Or maybe makalat kasi tingnan mo yung lamesa ang kalat-kalat. O, di ba? Again, it depends on the interpretation of the person looking at it. This is an example of someone into HR or maybe into psychology. And this one is an example, it's a very good example by the way, of someone who wanted to say that there is no shortcut to success. Hindi po yan miyembro na Akit Bahay Gang. Okay? Ang gusto niya sabihin, you will be able to reach yung goal mo by taking one step at a time. Oh, di ba? You get what I'm saying now. So I'm showing you good examples para you can draw inspiration from. And I will also show you not so good examples. Ito yung wag niyong gagayahin. Huwag kayong magpapaka-misteryoso. Okay? Maglagay ka ng picture mo dyan. Lalaki man, babae in between, okay lang. Ilagay mo dyan. Member man tayo ng LGBTQ+, okay lang. You put it there. At least alam ng HR who to expect. A lot of times, yung mga pangalan kasi very interchangeable nowadays. Ako mismo, guilty ako dyan. My name is Kim. A lot of people think babae ako, di ba? Pag iba nababasa ko mga resume, ano nakalagay sa resume nila? Chris, nakalagay George, Alex, Sam, Nick, di ba? Joey. I would assume lalaki. Yun pala, babae. O, di ba? That's why you better make sure you put your picture there. And wag naman pugot yung ulo nyo pag nilagay ng picture. Dapat kompleto. Okay? Never leave this blank because if you leave this blank, it will not catch the HR's attention. Trust me. Kung ikaw ang HR, wala ka namang ibang makita dyan, malamang mangyayari dito, next applicant na. Okay? And then if you want to catch the HR's attention, do not create something like this. This is just my opinion. I don't think this looks professional kasi ang dating parang tamad, parang happy-go-lucky, no? Parang chill-chill, walang pakialam sa buhay. Again, that is just my interpretation. Okay? So I showed you the good and not so good examples para you'll be guided. Now you can just play along later on kung anong sa tingin nyo mas bagay sa inyong background or sa inyong sa gusto niyo ipakita sa personality niyo. Okay? Now let's examine a very good example. Look at this person, itong eye expert. Bakit maganda itong example ng kanyang resume link? Because all the information you're seeing here, kompleto na. 'Di ba? Hindi ka na magpabalik-balik eh. Kung ikaw yung HR, everything that you need to ask or you want to know about the applicant, you already find it here. If you're the applicant, you might as well put everything there para wag mo na antayin pa yung time na hihingiin pa sa ng HR yung mga documents yan. Baka hindi na mangyari yun. Baka may ibang aplikante na mas assertive, nilagay lahat ng mga information na i-process na siya kaagad. Diba? Now, at this point, I know what you're thinking. You're probably thinking, sir, okay nga tong resume link. Kaso lang, baka naman yung information ko nakakalat na sa buong mundo. Baka naman nakalantad na sa buong internet. Ang sagot ay, hindi. Kaya nga tinawag na the most secure tool for your job application. Diba? Bakit? Because you control your privacy settings. Ikaw mismo, as an account user or as a resume link owner, ikaw ang may control ng privacy settings mo. And how will that happen? When you log into your dashboard, as you can see in my screen, when you log into your dashboard, you will find the resume link settings. Pagpunta mo sa settings, mapuntahan mo yung privacy settings at dun ka mamili ngayon ng information you want to show or hide in public. So let me use an example. If you don't want to show your birthday, what do? You turn it off. You don't want to show your references, you turn it off. You don't want to show your address, what do? Turn it off. Diba? So yung mga information na in-off mo, hindi lalabas sa public. Now, if ever lang you decide to change your mind, ang maganda dito sa resume link, updated yan, real time. As in real time. So 5 minutes later, you want to show your birthday, turn it on. What happens? Lahat ng mayroong alam ng resume link mo, alam na niya yung birthday mo. Diba? If 2 days later, you want to show your address, you turn it on, you save your profile, lahat ng may alam ng resume link mo, alam na rin yung inyong address. You get what I'm saying? Diba? So, depende na sa inyo kung ano gusto mo yung on or off. If you want to turn off everything, then okay lang. You can just turn off the button. Enable public resume link, off. Wala nang lalabas sa public. Kahit na anong information. Okay? So, yan ang re-remind ko sa inyo. This, the second step is for you to complete the information. And in doing so, please make sure that your profile is interesting, diba? Yung information mo kompleto at updated ang details nyo para mabilis kayo makontak ng mga HR. Now, we go to the last step. Pangatlo na, last step na to. The last step is for you to submit. Now, how will you submit your resume link to those companies? You might be thinking you want to explore opportunities outside of the Philippines. Maybe you want to join some job fairs later on. You want to apply online. You want to, marami, walk-ins, diba? Depende kung ano, kasi bumabalik na yung face-to-face ngayon. So, lahat ng mga ipapakita ko sa inyo, lahat ito, practical application. Lahat yan, makaka-relate kayo. Ano yung first one? The first one is you go online. Of course. Diba? Yan ang fastest way. You just connect via your phone, via kung ano man gadget mo, go to jobs180.com, search for companies. And by the way, speaking of search, you can only search for company, tatlo lang pwede mo i-search ha. Search for company name, position title, and location. Doon sa search bar, hindi mo pwede ma-search ang resume link. So example lang, ikaw si John Santos, okay? O kaya ikaw si, ako na lang, Kim, halimbawa lang, subukan mo pumunta sa jobs180.com, doon sa search bar, type mo doon Kim. Tingnan mo kung may lumabas. Malamang sa malamang, walang lalabas. Unless may company name, position title, or location na may word na Kim. Other than that, walang lalabas dyan. Kasi hindi siya searchable. So, the only time a company would be able to know your information is if and when you give your exact resume link to that company. So, ikaw may control. Ayos? So, tuloy natin. Okay, tuloy natin. So, if you're going to search for companies, what do? Just go to the website of jobs180.com, search for companies. Kung may lumabas, edi meron. Pag walang lumabas, edi wala. Diba? Ganun lang yan. Huwag natin pilitin magkaroon ng something kung wala talaga. Diba? Okay, so ano gagawin? Tingnan mo yung mga companies. Kung meron kang type, edi gawin nyo, check nyo yung opportunities. After that, you now submit your information to that company. Okay, when you submit your information to the company, it will ask for your profile, for your resume link and password. So ikaw lang bibigay ng consent dun sa company. Okay? Now another option is for you to send resumes via email. Now there's nothing wrong in sending resumes through email. Ang tanong dito is, how are you sending your resumes through email? Do you do it like this? Do you say, "Dear HR manager, I'd like to apply for the following position. This is my resume." Tapos mag-attach ka ng Word file, PDF file, or whatever file you have. If you're doing those attachments pa, ang tawag dyan, traditional, pampabagal, makaluma. Hindi ko sinabing mali. Ang sabi ko lang, traditional, pampabagal, makaluma. Bakit? Hindi mo kailangan mag-attach anything anymore. If you're going to write an email and send your resume, just simply type your resume link there. "Dear HR manager, I would like to apply for the following position. This is my resume." In this example, Antonio Juan de la Cruz, jobs180.com, send. Tapos na. Ganun lang kabilis. Diba? Whatever changes you need to do, you put it inside your resume link. You don't have to keep on sending another attachment. Paano kung imagine mo na lang, nag-attach ka ng Word file, diba? Ng PDF file. Tapos nagpalit ka ng address, nagpalit ka ng phone number. Ano gagawin mo? Email mo na may HR. "Dear HR manager, I'm sending you my updated resume." Ganun ba? Paano kung 2 months later, lumipat ka ng bahay, iba na address mo, send ka ulit ng bagong resume? "Dear HR manager, I'm sending you my updated, most recent resume." I don't think you'll do that. Kasi kung ganun ang ginagawa mo, sayang sa oras yan, nakapagod sa part mo, lalong-lalo naman sa part ng HR, mas nakakapagod to keep track kung saan dyan yung pinaka-updated na attachment or pinaka-updated na resume ng aplikante. And this time around, if you have your resume link, all you need to do is just update your resume link at lahat na may alam ng resume link mo, makikita nila yung pinaka real-time update ng profile or information. Ayos ba? Ayos ba? Sige, another one. For those who wanted to use a hard copy, gusto mo talaga may hard copy ka when you apply to those companies, you want to give something, then this is also possible. What do? You go to your dashboard inside your job seeker account, then you can print your resume link. Mamili ka lang, 1 column or 2 column version. Either way, the system will try to compress everything into 1 page. O diba? Maginhawa sa buhay. So kung gusto mo talaga mag-apply sa mga kumpanya, hindi mo na kailangan mag-prepare ng maraming mga pages. Minsan, di ba, yung mga aplikante, mga 2-3 pages ang isang set ng resume. Palibasa, yung font size 45. Kaya umaabot ng 2-3 pages. O diba? Pero this time, the system will try to compress everything na into 1 page. Just in case you really want to have a hard copy. O diba? Tipid. Okay? Another thing pa for me to encourage you to do is you use resume link cards. Resume link cards. Ano tong resume link card? Kung sa mga nagtatrabaho na, ang tawag namin business card. Sa mga nag-a-apply, tawag dyan, resume link card. So in one piece of paper, whether short bond or long bond paper, you can now design it your own way. You can design it depende kung ano ang gusto mo, pagiging creativity mo. Ikaw bahala. You can make 10, 20 sets of cards. Depende sa laki or liit. Diba? Kasi laki ng index card or kasi liit lang naman normal business cards natin. Diba? So, depende. So, maybe in one long bond paper, you can make 10, 20 sets of cards na. And so, after you have it printed out, pwede ka na ngayon maggupit-gupit. Gupit-gupit na lang. Diba? 10 or 20. Bawat kumpanya, you can now start to give that as a hard copy. Hard copy pa rin naman yan eh. But this time, why am I encouraging you to use resume link cards instead of the traditional long bond or short bond paper? Bakit? Unang-una, tipid. Diba? Because of course, right now, eto, tipid. Kasi if you're going to apply to 20 companies, you don't need to print 20 sets of long bond papers. You just need to print one long bond paper and cut 20 small pieces of resume link cards. O, diba? That's for the cost side. Tipid na. Pangalawa, at mas importante, security of information. Diba? You want to have peace of mind. Paano ko nasabi yan? Kapag ikaw yung nagbigay sa isang kumpanya ng long bond paper or short bond paper, example lang, no? It's a traditional resume. And for some reason, nilipad ng hangin. Okay? Nilipad ng hangin. Hindi mo kasalanan. Kasalanan ng hangin eh. Diba? May nakapulot na stranger. All your information, alam na nung stranger. Tama? And you cannot deny it because you know what I'm saying is true. Diba? Hindi mo kilala pero alam niya yung details mo. Now, using your resume link card, same scenario. Nagbigay ka ng resume link card sa company, nilipad ng hangin ngayon. May na stranger na nakapulot, okay lang. Bakit? Kampante ka. Kasi yung resume link, ikaw may control ng privacy settings mo. That's why, in your resume link card, what I recommend, you just simply put your name and your resume link. Dalawa lang. That's it. If you want to put your mobile number, it's okay. It's up to you. You can put it there. Diba? Pero ang point ko is, resume link, pwede na siya makita ng mga HR or mga companies na bibigyan mo. Diba? So you have peace of mind now. Okay? So there's a lot of advantages using resume links. In fact, dun pa lang sa privacy portion, panalong-panalo ka na. Ikaw ang may control ng privacy settings mo real time. Pagdating sa speed of hire, it becomes faster and more efficient because whatever you want to show the HR, you just attach it there. Whatever the HR needs from you, they just ask from you. Diba? You take a picture, you scan them, upload it there, and later on, pag okay na, you now turn off yung privacy settings mo. Diba? Or you can remove them in the attachments. Diba? Cost efficient, definitely wala tong gastos, tipid. Diba? If you're thinking, ay sir, paano po yung internet, kailangan ng pang-load? Pwede ka maging resourceful. Connect lang tayo sa mga libreng wifi. O, diba? And then, pagdating sa flexibility, if you really want to have it printed out, yung inyong resume, you also have the option to print it out. That's like how I showed it to you, 1 column or 2 column version. Either way, it's really up to you. Pero ang point ko is, resume link na lahat yan. Okay? And you can use this to any platform, whatever platform you want to share it to. You want to share it sa mga messenger nyo, you want to share it sa email, sa Viber, sa text, diba? Gusto mo, kaya ko bahala. Diba? Gusto mo, sulat mo sa papel, tapos gawa ka ng airplane, palipad mo, diba? May nakakuha, alam niya yung resume link mo. Ikaw bahala. Okay? Ikaw may control kung sino ang gusto mo bigyan. Okay? You don't have to use your USBs anymore. You don't have to save it sa hard drive. Baka mawala pa yung USB nyo. Delikado. Diba? Wag na. Baka kung ano pa makita ng mga nakakapulot ng mga USB na yan. Okay? So you don't need to worry about compatibility as well because this is compatible to any platform. If you're using Android, you're using Safari, kung ano magamit mo, pwede yan sa kahit anumang version. Okay? And so, just to promote lang, if you want to be part of our team, we're also hiring. Mismo sa jobs180.com, we're hiring for several opportunities, several vacancies yan. Check out na lang yung aming jobs180.com/jobs180 na page. Okay? And by the grace of God, shout out lang ako, right now we have more than 400 plus colleges and university partners nationwide, from north all the way to the south of the Philippines. Thank you, Lord. O, diba? Ang kinalat namin, hindi lang virus. Biro lang. Kinalat namin, resume link. Yan ang kinalat natin. So, a lot of schools now, including your alma mater, are now using the resume link. So, I hope it doesn't stop here. No? You become a blessing to others as well. If you have friends, you have yung mga relatives mo, na sa tingin mo, kailangan nitong tool na ito, you can share it to them. Wala namang bayad eh. Libre naman yan. Okay? And so, as we close this portion, I'd like to discuss some of the frequently asked questions. Baka ito yung mga agam nyo or ito yung mga questions na gusto nyo tanungin. Sagutin ko na muna. Okay? Unang tanong, can I give my resume links to companies who do not know about jobs180.com? The answer is absolutely yes. Basta alam nila eksaktong link mo at ikaw may control sino bibigyan mo nun. Ikaw lang ang magbibigay. Diba? So, ikaw lang may alam sino binigyan mo. Okay? Now, second question. Is it the same as other job platform, kagaya ng JobStreet, LinkedIn, or any other job site? The answer is no. May dalawang pagkakaiba. And let me use an example here. Let me do a JobStreet. If you're using resume, you can only apply to companies who are using JobStreet. If you're applying to a company who is not using JobStreet, you cannot use your JobStreet resume anymore. Pero pag gamit mo yung resume link mo, pwede mo yung gamitin kahit degrees, you only go back to where you started. Ikot ka lang na ikot, ikot ka lang na ikot, wala kang pupuntahan. 'Di ba? Bumabalik ka lang kung saan ka galing. O ha? O, 'di ba? Char-char lang 'yan. Okay? So, anyways, again, kung meron pa kayo ibang questions, just in case you have questions, okay, you may send those questions here through our website, www.jobs180.com. You can also email us or email me here sa info@jobs180.com. You can like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, Instagram, pati na rin sa TikTok. Okay? So, check us out on all our social media platform. Okay? Again, my name is Kim Chua. Don't forget the wa. Okay? Isang magandang araw po sa inyo lahat. Thank you.
All right, so thank you so much, Tech. Ayan, so thank you ayan, sa ating audience. So before we proceed with the Q&A, ayan, so Sir Kim is ayan, here with us na today for the Q&A. But before Sir Kim, I'd like to ask lang SorSU to please comment your name and your course if you're here, and please tell your classmates to come here po, ayan, to watch the webinar. Ayan, so if you have questions po, feel free to post your questions in the comment sections. If you have if you have questions for Sir Kim, if you have question po regarding the topic resume like. Ayan. So thank you everyone. Ayan, so Sir Kim, ayan, so while waiting for question, ayan, so nag-ready po ako ng few questions lang while waiting for SorSU. Ayan, so first, ayan, so dahil wala tayong student, so ikaw muna, in your own opinion po, you as a user. So the question is, how do you plan to make your online resume or your resume link stand out and reflect your personal brand as a job seeker po? And are there any unique elements or accomplishments you must highlight po?
The resume link was designed for you to do a freehand, no? Parang ikaw bahala magawa kung paano sa tingin mo mas you'll be able to use certain parts of it to highlight your personality. The cover photo. The cover photo allows you to express yourself better to catch the attention of the HR. Now, the rest of the information there, ikaw na mag-attach eh. Attach mo na yung mga documents, mga portfolio mo. Even if it's not connected to your to the field that you want to apply to, pero kung marami ka naman mga backup or supporting documents for that, then definitely you can put it there as well. So, how do you market yourself more effectively? I think one of the things that is very important to remember is huwag kayo maglagay ng mga peking information. Diba? As much as you want to make a good impression to the HR, you don't want to falsify your information. Kasi when you do that, medyo delikado, hindi lang medyo, delikado yun. Diba? Baka matanggal pa kayo sa trabaho. Ayan. So, yan lang. I think that's a good question naman ni Ma'am Joyce.
Yes, sir. Thank you. So another question, sir, follow-up question. doon lang sa first question natin. Do you think incorporating multimedia elements po such as videos, images, kanina pag-usapan natin po, or links that are relevant po, like work samples po, can have an edge po sa ibang applicant? Yeah.
Definitely oo. Kasi yung ibang aplikante ginagamit pa rin very traditional na resume. So, applicants are, I mean, when the HR wants to get to know more about the audience or the applicant, tatawag pa sila or mag-reach out pa sila for them to be able to go to the next step. Whereas if you have put everything here, nilagay mo na, naging ano ka na, assertive ka na sa paglagay ng information mo, mas maging proactive ka in putting all those supporting documents, mabilis ka mapaprocess. Kung ganun naman yan, di ba? Bagsak lang naman yan, tsaka pasado eh. So kung doon ka sa bagsak, wag na tayo mag-usap, di ba? Alam mo na, kahit ano pagawin mong information, o bagsak eh. Pero kung doon ka sa pasado, it will be faster as an applicant to be processed by the HR. Because before they even ask for other documents, nilagay mo na eh. So, yun, I think that's how you integrate all these multimedia, all the digital platform, di ba? Yung advantages of using technology right now compared to traditional type of format. I think that's where the advantage comes in, using a resume link. Yeah.
All right. Thank you so much, sir, for answering my question. I mean, ayan, question again. So another question, sir, is, ayan, so tinignan ko kasi akala ko may pumasok na mga questions, sir. So another question, sir, is for first-time job seekers, especially po itong SorSU, syempre graduating students na ating audience today. So how do we ensure that our resume link is professional looking and error-free?
Okay. Yung error-free, do double check lang. Double check mo yung spelling, double check mo yung mga capitalization ng mga proper nouns. Mahirap siya i-spoon feed eh kasi may mga applicant ngayon, they don't even capitalize their own name. Pangalan na nga lang, di pa makapitalize, di ba? So, I don't know how to, I will not go to that, may ibang session tayo para dyan. Marami rin naman mga references for you to do that. Pero ito lang ang masasabi ko, you better make sure you double check the spelling, yung grammar nyo, especially yung mga proper nouns, you have to capitalize yung mga proper nouns. And then for the information naman, as long as you stay true to those details, I think wala ka kailangan problemahin. Yun lang yun, no? Just be straightforward those information. Now, for the rest of the other documents na i-attach mo, make sure lang din na ano na yun, parang what do you call this? Certified na yung mga documents na yun. Halimbawa lang, you're submitting your transcript, sure ka naman galing sa registrar yan. Di ba? Hindi ka naman mag-imbento ng transcript tapos sasabihin mo, ano ka, honor student ka. Di ba? So, yan yung mga sample ko lang. No?
Alright, thank you, sir, team. Or can we ask others po to, ayan.
The HR
So parang, ayan. So let's wait for Sir Kim. Medyo choppy lang. Nawala siya.
Nawala.
Ayun. So, back to ulit. Si Sir Kim kasi ay nasa Davao. Ayan, guys. So, para lang sa SorSU. Ayan. So, ayan. He's doing the Q&A for you guys. So, Sir Kim, pwede ba din, like, doon sa error-free resume is, can we ask others to proofread at least yung resume natin? Or can we utilize like the AI tools like ChatGPT for grammar checking? I hope Sir Kim can still hear us po. Hello, Sir Kim. Nawala na po. Ayan, so I think we lost Sir Kim. Ayan, so it's connecting with another device po, using another device. So, Sir Kim, let me know if kailan kong i-repeat yung question or narinig mo po yung yung question.
Yes, yes, I heard the question. Sabi ko, you can
Okay,
use yung
sir.
mga AI, yung mga tools to support you or to assist you in making sure na hindi magka-error no yung mga ginagawa mo. Pero ito yung pero doon. The pero part is make sure lang na tunog mo pa rin yun at may markang aplikante ka pa rin. Kumbaga, kung markang Kim pa rin yun. Kasi baka mamaya dahil ginawa ng AI yung answer doon, hindi na siya nag-reflect sa totoong personality mo. Tapos during the interview, tinatanong ka ng HR, the way you answer the questions um, are not synonymous to how you compose the message or to how you compose yung details mo sa information mo. So baka mapaisip si HR na ikaw ba talaga gumawa ng resume link mo? Baka naman baka naman di na ikaw gumawa niyan. Yun. So yun lang yung iniisip ko na danger, your risk na lang, no? I use risk ng paggamit ng mga AI na platform pag hindi siya true to yourself. Yun lang. Pero walang problem sa paggamit ng AI kasi lahat yan tools yan to aid you, no? Para magtulong sa atin. No, yun po.
Ayan, thank you, sir. So, dapat may paraphrasing, may touch pa rin dapat nung aplikante para masabi na baka tutunog robotic na or
Tama,
very
tama.
very chat GPT na yung sound or yung tunog nung yung dating ng resume. Thank you so much, Sir Kim. So, again, so to our audience, if you have questions, again, please feel free to post your questions in the comment section and please comment your name, your year, and your course so we can check po if you're here. And kung wala pa, please tell your classmates and schoolmates po to come and watch the webinar. So sayang naman po yung mga invited guest speakers natin. Pero if you have questions, we can address them na directly dito na sa webinar. Ayan. So thank you so much, Sir Kim. I think no more further questions. If you have final words po to our audience po, to SorSU.
I just want to remind the audience, especially those who are listening right now, you take advantage or maximize the technology. 'Di ba? Pwede kayo mag-apply kahit na walang connect sa course nyo. Mag-apply kayo kahit hindi malapit sa location nyo, kahit malayo pa 'yan. No, as long as aware kayo sa responsibilities at saka requirements ng company na 'yon. Another thing I want to remind you is to check out the link. You can see the link that is being scrolled there sa baba. Nakalagay diyan schools.jobs180.com/Sorsogon State. Yan, puntahan mo yung link na yan. Marami pong mga opportunity nandyan. 'Di ba? Kaya always take the first step, no? Mag-try kayo na mag-try. Apply na apply. At huwag matakot magkamali. Okay lang na magkamali, 'di ba? Basta try lang and try. Yun lang po. So I send you all the best wishes there.
Thank you so much, Sir Kim. And ingat rin po kayo dyan. Thank you, Sir Kim.
Okay, thank you. Bye-bye.
Okay, thank you, sir. So, to our audience again, so if you're interested to know more about jobs180.com or ResumeLink, you may visit our website. It's www.jobs180.com or you may visit your school site. Ayan yung nag-run sa baba, yung link na sa baba ng screen nyo. So, it's post to jobs180.com/Sorsogon State. Ayan. So, thank you, Sir Kim. Now, let's move on to our next topic, which is interview tips. So, let me present our next presenter. So she took up Bachelor of Arts in English Language and graduated from the University of Southeastern Philippines in 2019. She began her career as an administrative staff for nearly 2 years. Eventually, she got interested in the BPO industry and she joined the VXI family starting as a customer service representative to a recruitment specialist and is currently a talent acquisition trainer. So the curriculum development team, instructional designer from VXI, Miss Via Joyce Aringoy. Hi, Miss Via. Good afternoon.
Hello, Miss Joyce. Good afternoon. And to our
Hi, ma'am. Good afternoon. Ma'am, you may now share your screen. Let's check.
all right, there.
And so again to our audience, if you have questions, so feel free to post your questions on the comment section. So Miss Via, your screen is up. So if you're ready, I'll leave it to it. Po, I'll be back after 20 minutes or after your presentation for the Q&A. Good luck, ma'am.
Thank you, Miss Joyce, and thank you, Jobs 180, for inviting VXI for this event. Once again, my name is Via, and I'm honored to be one of the speakers today to represent our company. So, to the faculty and staff of Sorsogon State University, good afternoon. To our dear viewers, good afternoon. I hope everyone's doing great today, and I appreciate your time joining this event. I'm really looking forward to share with you my topic about interview tips. So, as I have read the invitation email, I've seen that we have viewers who are fresh graduates, we have viewers who are graduating students, and also with job experiences. Now, this will be beneficial for you guys because, again, our topic is interview tips, and this will help you prepare for your future interviews. Okay, so for my discussion, I'll cover two of the most common factor or aspect of preparing yourself for an interview. First one is dressing up or dress up. So this means that we will put on special clothes to appear particularly appealing and attractive. Okay. Now, if you can do this just to attend casual parties or hanging out with your friends and family, the more reason you have or you should do it when having an interview. So this will be the interviewer's initial judgment of your personality and how it might affect the company. Second one is impression. So impression, it means it's an opinion or feeling that you have about someone or something you have seen but do not know very well. So it's very crucial, especially in an interview, as this could either make or break your plans of landing your first job. Now, these two things, dressing up and impression, these are related to each other because proper choice of clothing is highly being considered in an interview. This is where they'll base their first impression for you guys. Okay. Now, Miss, why am I here? Why am I listening to you talk about interview tips? Why these matter? Okay. Now, when imagine if you are going to a war without any weapons, what will happen? Right? So it all of these things that I will discuss today, it's for your preparedness. Okay, preparedness for your future interviews. If you are actively looking for a job right now, or for our fresh graduates, as I've mentioned earlier, this will help you a lot, guys. So I want you to listen carefully, and of course, when you listen to interview tips, you will also gain a lot of benefits. Like number one, it makes a good initial impression. So interviewers or interviews are often the first real interaction between a candidate and a potential employer. So, learning about interview tips helps individuals make positive first impressions on potential employers. Employers often form quick judgments based on a candidate's interview performance, affecting their overall perception. So, knowing how to represent oneself positively can create a lasting impression. That's why we have a saying, first impression lasts, right? Now, second one shows your care. So, in a competitive job market where multiple candidates may be vying for the same position, those who excel in interviews have a distinct advantage. So, knowing how to stand out positively is key in such situations. So, understanding effective interview strategies gives candidates a competitive edge in the job market. It also allows you guys to differentiate yourselves from other applicants by showing your skills, qualifications, and interpersonal abilities in a compelling manner. Third one bolsters self esteem. So, knowing how to prepare for interviews and handle common questions boosts candidates' confidence. Confidence is key during interviews as it not only influences the candidate's demeanor, but also instills trust and credibility in the eyes of the interviewer from how well you articulate your skills and experiences. Lastly, exhibits personal hygiene. Personal hygiene is an important aspect to consider during an interview as it contributes to the overall impression you make on the interviewer. Also, it contributes to your professionalism and demonstrates respect for the interviewer's time and space. Okay. Now, essential grooming tips. Since we just talked about personal hygiene, we have here grooming tips for men. Plan your facial hair well. So for those gentlemen who have mustache, okay, So maybe you shave up a bit, guys, so that you look neat and decent for your interview. Okay. Next one, get your hair accessories ready. If you think that only ladies have hair accessories, it also applies for men. Let's say, for example, a man with long hair. Okay, so you might use a hair tie to simply tie up your hair to make you look neat and presentable during your interview. Okay, next one, look neat, sharp, and classic. Another one, aside from hair and facial hair, your nails, guys. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, it's also important because there are applicants who likes to do a lot of gestures or hand gestures. So make sure that your nails are clean, and by looking sharp, you wear the proper outfit for your interview. And we'll discuss more on that later on. Okay. Next, wear a pleasant and fresh scent. I just remembered a quote, or I think it's like from the advertisement. It says, "Smell. If you smell good, you feel good." Okay, so wear your favorite cologne or perfume during your interviews. It might actually add charisma. Okay, next is ensure you have fresh breath. So, guys, this is part of our personal hygiene. So, make sure that you have brushed your teeth, okay, or maybe used a mouthwash before your interview, okay? And also, well, you're lucky if the company that you're applying for implements to wear face mask during your interview, then you're safe. Okay, but again, since part of our personal hygiene is ensuring our fresh breath, so please do so. Okay, brush your teeth, use mouthwash, and maybe mints. Okay, so now the attire, the guide to business casual for men. Okay, we have here on the left side formal and on the right side for the casual attire. So for our men applicants, make sure that you avoid wearing tattered jeans, okay, and sweatpants or jogger pants. Those are informal. Those are for streetwear fashion. Okay, for t-shirt as well, please. It's not advisable to wear t-shirt. Better if you have polo shirts or polo sleeves, just like what you can see on the picture. Okay, for the bottom attire, wear trouser or slacks. You can wear jeans, but again, make sure that it's not tattered. All right. For the footwear, make sure it's the appropriate footwear for the occasion or the interview. Do not wear slippers or Crocs. Okay, it's very trending nowadays to wear Crocs almost anywhere you go. So make sure you avoid that. Make sure you wear the formal shoes you have, and again, the overall um, guide to the proper attire is here shown on your screen. So make sure that you follow these. Okay. Now for women, grooming tips for women. Keep your hair tidy. So for ladies, make sure that your hair will not get all over your face. If you want to curl your hair, you can do so. If you want to flat iron your hair, you can also do so. If you want to tie up your hair, of course, you can also do that. Make sure that you will look really presentable and really neat during your interview. Okay. Next, stick to natural looking makeup. So for our ladies here who likes to wear makeup, make sure it's not for parties or for a night out, right? Make sure it's natural looking, and this means that you apply light makeup only. For example, you just prepare for your eyebrow makeup. You put on some light shades of eyeshadow just to put some life on your eyes. You can put on mascara. You can also wear your favorite shades of lipstick, but make sure it's not dark shades. Okay, just stick to the MLBB shades. If you know, or if you know that term, MLBB, it's my lips but better. Okay, so of course, next one is make sure you bought the right outfit. Ladies, avoid wearing off shoulders, tank tops, or those spaghetti strap, okay, backless. So those are for informal events. Those are for parties or for casual or street fashion style. Since you are attending an interview, make sure that you wear decent attire. So for example, you wear blouse, you wear your coat. Okay. Also, avoid tattered jeans. Same tip for men applicants. If you wear jeans, make sure again it's not tattered, as well as skirts or jean skirts. Okay, denim skirts. I mean, so make sure it's also not tattered. Okay, if your skirt has a slit, make sure it's not that high. Okay. Next, wear a pleasant and fresh scent. Again, the same with men tips, men grooming tips. Wear your favorite perfume. It adds charisma, and it also builds up your confidence. Next one, keep mints in your purse or in case, or yeah, keep mints in purse in case. So again, as I've mentioned earlier, aside from mouthwash, aside from brushing your teeth, we have mints as well. Okay, just like what the actors or actresses use if they have events. So you can purchase mints anywhere from 7-Eleven or convenience store. So just in case you need that one, so you have it in your purse. Okay, aside from instead of brushing your teeth, so you can use mints for that. And for the attire, guys, this is casual for women. We have here from formal to casual attire. We have a lady here wearing a trouser with coat and a blouse for the inner top. You can do that, or you can apply this one. Also, actually, it depends on the company that you're applying for. Let's say, for example, here in the BPO industry, it's okay if you will not wear the formal attire. You can wear either casual. So again, just like for the men tips for casual attire, you can wear jeans, pair it up with a nice blouse. Make sure it's not really that revealing because it's a formal, or it's a formal event because it's an interview. So please wear proper sleepwear, or sorry, proper shoes for the event. For example, closed shoes, doll shoes. You can wear your sneakers, but make sure that it's not it fits your attire for that day. Okay, so next is our interview tips for everybody. First one, look up the company's background. So this is really important because when we do interviews, for example, my experience as an interviewer before, I always ask my applicants what's their knowledge about our company, or where did they heard about the company's job vacancies. So make sure that you do your research, guys. Make sure that you know the company's background because you might be asked by the interviewer for that. Okay. Next one, record yourself while answering possible questions. So this tip, uh, this is one of the preparations that you can make before attending your interview. So I actually um, give this or recommend this tip to a lot of people, especially from my previous trainees before. So I specifically would ask them to record themselves while trying to answer sample interview questions, because once you play the recording and once you listen to yourself, you know exactly what are the things that you need to improve on. Okay? You might actually write down those things and then try to practice again and again until you become comfortable of answering the interview questions. Okay. Next is sleep well, eat well, and do well. So this is part of your preparation for your big event, which is your interview. There are other applicants that cannot sleep because of nervousness, or maybe they're too excited to attend their interview. But again, guys, sleep is very important. Make sure that you rest well the night before your D-Day. And of course, on the D-Day, you have to eat well. Kasi baka mahimatay kayo. Okay? Of course, during the interview, you perform well or you do well. You always remind yourself that you are aiming to get the position. Okay? You have a lot of competitors, so make sure that you really push your limits on answering the questions. Make sure that you compose yourself as well during your interview. Next, be on time. Of course, be punctual. This is important because, let's say, for example, I'm your interviewer and then I'm already on site, but then you're late. So that will negatively have an impact on your initial assessment. What if you get the job? Then you will always be late. Okay, so you have to always make sure that you'll be punctual in any interviews that you will have. Next is dress the part. So we have just discussed the proper attire for men and women. So you know that already. Next one is be genuine and sincere. Whenever you answer questions, be honest. Okay. Um, for example, here in VXI, we do background checking for our applicants. We make sure that all the information that they have mentioned or stated during their interview is really, it's really true. Okay, so it's like you answer or you think for your answer from your mind, and then you answer or you say your answers from your heart. Okay, next one, maintain eye contact and proper posture. So this is applicable for face-to-face interviews because here in VXI we have face-to-face interviews and we also have over-the-phone interviews. So for example, in face-to-face setting, maintain eye contact and proper posture. So um, one tip that I'd like to give you as well is do not sit down unless the interviewer asks you to. Okay, that's like etiquette when it comes to an interview. So you wait for the interviewer to ask you to do that. Okay, eye contact whenever you answer the questions. Maintain eye contact with your interviewer. Proper posture. Do not slouch. You make sure that you sit down properly, and do not make unnecessary movements while you are answering. Again, you can do hand gestures, but make sure it's not really that. It's not beyond minimal. Okay, make sure you just have a little gestures from time to time. Make sure that you're. There are some applicants that actually snaps their fingers, so avoid that. Okay, that's too distracting for the point of view of the interviewer. Next one, be inquisitive. Do not be afraid to ask questions or clarifications to the interviewer. Okay, I know most of the applicants would really say non, ma'am, non, sir, whenever the interviewer will ask them, do you have any questions or clarifications? Okay, that's really common. So be inquisitive in a way that maybe you can ask the interviewer, may I know, ma'am or sir, what would be the possible challenges I'll encounter if I get the job? Okay, you can ask that because it's one way of also trying to see yourself in the future working with a company or in the company. And if you get the answer from the interviewer, you can also analyze, you can also internalize that, and you can actually plan ahead on what would be your action or what would be the actions that you will take if ever you encounter that kind of situation. Okay, so don't be afraid to ask questions. Next, follow up. Follow up your application. Follow up whether you passed or failed. Okay? Time is gold, everybody. Do not just wait. Do not just sit back and relax. And make sure you also make or take an action for your application. Okay? Maybe you can send a message, a follow up message to the HR officer. You can also send an email to the company regarding your application status, I mean. So follow up, guys. Okay. If there are some applicants that would really stick to one company, okay, that would really apply to one company only. So what if you did not follow up? Okay, you did not follow up. What will happen? You will just wait for nothing, right? So follow up, take an action, and if whether you pass or fail, at least you did your part of following up. Okay, and if ever you fail your application, there are also other companies out there that you can try again. All right. So those were some interview tips. Now here are the areas assessed in interviews. First one, we have personal traits. So for personal traits, example will be your personality, the interviewer will assess your personality. Another one is your mental ability. Next would be your language, how you communicate. Okay. Next is your confidence level. Right. That's for personal traits. Now, to experiential traits, this would cover your decision making skills, your leadership skills, your strengths, and as well as your weaknesses. Now, for core skills, for example, here in VXI, since we are a BPO company, there are questions related to sales, technical, and customer service skills. So um, those are the areas that we check specifically here in BPO. Okay. So next one would be the interview reminders. First one, keep your tone of voice confident, friendly, and welcoming. And of course, don't forget to smile, right? It depends on the setup of the interview. As I've mentioned earlier, there's a face to face interview, there's also a, an over the phone interview. But either way, your tone of voice would play a big part whenever you answer questions. Okay, it would also measure how confident you are in answering, and of course, be friendly whenever you respond to the questions. Okay, even if it's an over the phone interview, if you smile while answering, you would sound confident. All right, you have to try that. Next one, elaborate your answers. 1 to 2 sentences are not enough. During our training or during my training days, I always tell my trainees to answer in more than 5 sentences. So that's my standard. Why? Because, example, I'm your interviewer and you only answered 1 to 2 sentences. I will get nothing from that actually. Okay? I need you to speak more so that I can know more from you. All right, if you got that point. So elaborate your answers again, make it a goal or make it a habit to answer more than 5 sentences. Okay, it's enough for the interviewer to assess your communication skills on how you answer to certain questions. Okay, but lastly, don't compromise the quality of your answer to lengthen your talk time. There are applicants that would answer more than 5 sentences, but the rest, or maybe the half of it, is not relevant to the question anymore. Okay, so that really compromises the quality of the answer. So make sure that when you keep on talking, when you want to elaborate your answer, those answers are still related to the question. So be direct and make sure that you are straight to the point, that you will only share your main points for your answer. Okay, so those are the last three reminders for an interview, and I'll leave you a quote that this is from Arthur Ashe. He said, "One important key to success is self confidence. An important key to self confidence is preparation." So you just learned about interview tips, strategies, and what to do and what not to do in this talk. But if you will not apply all of these things and if you will not prepare yourself properly, these will all be nothing. Okay, so thank you so much, everybody. That's the end of my talk. And for those who are willing, or for those who wants to apply, those who want to apply here in VXI, we have sites in MOA, Makati, QC, Clark, Bridgetown, and Davao. So walk-in applicants are welcome. You can go directly to any of our recruitment offices. We also have our website, which is www.jobs180.com/VXI. So thank you, everybody. Thank you, Jobs 180 and Sorsogon State University.
All right, so thank you so much, Miss Bea, for discussing interview tips and of course dressing up, power dressing for the interview as well. So to our audience, we are now opening the floor for questions. So if you have questions regarding the topic, so please feel free to post your questions in the comment sections. Ayan, so we have a question from Sir Carlo Edroso. So the question, ma'am, is it okay to memorize a script?
So that's really a good question because I've experienced an applicant or a trainee before who asked me the same question, and my answer is no. Okay, when you memorize a script or when you memorize an answer, there's a tendency that you might be spaced out during an interview. Okay, so make sure again, as I've mentioned earlier, when you answer, you think really internally from your mind, and then you answer or you say your answer from your heart. Okay, do not memorize because there might be a negative effect while you are in your interview.
Thank you so much, Miss Bea. Parang it's okay to parang mas prepare, 'di ba? Or to rehearse the answer to that question instead of memorizing the script kasi nga it will sound as robotic or masyadong, 'di ba? Sobrang pinaghandaan yung to the point na memorizing the answer to that question. So what if the question is not relevant, 'di ba, to the position you're applying for? So how will you answer that question? Baka sa sobrang focus ka doon sa answer na yun, eh, mawala yung
Yes.
thought
So that's
process.
actually one of the negative,
All right.
your negative
Thank you so much,
consequences.
Miss Via, for answering that question. So we hope, Sir Carlo, Miss Via answered your question. So another question, ma'am, is could you share some strategies for handling unexpected or challenging questions in an interview? Or is it okay to say no or skip the question and then say na I'll get back to it kapag may answer na ako? Is that
Okay.
okay?
Well, it's really not. Okay, make sure that whatever questions that will be asked for you or for yeah, whatever question that will be asked, you need to address that. Even if you don't have any idea about it, just make sure that you answer whatever comes from your mind. Because once you say no, then that will be like a minus points for your assessment or for your evaluation. So whatever comes from your mind, you answer directly, even if it's just a short answer. At least you tried your best answering the question.
Right. Thank you, ma'am. Ayan. So all clear. So by the way, pala the students are gathered like in one place, in one hall. That's why. I mean, pero they're ano po, currently watching and listening po to your talks. So another question, Miss Vea, is how do you know if your interview went bad? Would you know po ba? May ganun bang parang pakiramdam
Um,
after the interview?
okay. So well, based on my experience, I initially tell my applicants if they pass or fail. So it actually depends on the company's protocol if they will announce immediately the result of the interview. But I guess one of the signs is that you will not hear from the company after maybe 2 weeks. So actually, that's like a sign, or maybe a month without results. Okay, so if that happens, make sure you follow up. Okay, just like one of the tips that I mentioned or I discussed earlier, make sure you follow up. So that's the importance of following up your application process so that you know immediately if you pass or you fail.
When is the right time naman po to follow up?
When
Ilang days or weeks po ba yung kailangan ng applicant for them to follow up po yung status ng interview?
I think 1 week would be fine. I think it's enough for the company to really assess and evaluate your interview performance. So 1 week, and then you can follow up afterwards.
Tsaka ma'am, tsaka Miss Via, there are interviewers po who tell the applicant right away if they pass or fail the initial interview, no? So, what's your thought po? Like for this interviewers or HR na parang may paasa pa, 'di ba, na like tatawagan ka namin or will email you, will text you about the status of your application. So, your thoughts, ma'am.
So, in my opinion, since I do it before, I tell the results right away. I think it's like giving respect as well, or
Mm-hmm.
giving back respect to the applicants. Like they have the right to know exactly what happened during their initial or their final interview. And for those that maybe have some delays of the result, I think it's like a working progress, or there's a progress for that. There's a certain steps that the company needs to consider first before actually announcing the results of the interview. So again, it depends on the company if they have such protocols. So, but for us, before we can actually announce right away, and we can also or reconsider or reevaluate the applicant's performance.
Para din 'di ba ma'am, kasi there are people who really took, the interview parang seriously. So to the point na kapag, narinig nila yung status ng application nila, mabilis silang ma-disheartened or ma-stress, ayan. So, 'yan we're hoping na for this generation 'no, so mas mabilis yung process ng interview result, ng application para at least, may time to adjust, to move on, to look for another 'di ba, opportunity if ever na hindi naman pasado yung aplikante. Ayan. So, medyo may hugot na tayo. Pero 'di ba, we feel kasi for the applicants or for the students na ayan, so they're checking if pasado ba ako, 'di ba? Marami kasing ano eh, agam-agam or yan, iba't ibang thoughts. So anyway, thank you ma'am for answering my question. Another question ma'am is what's the importance of making a positive first impression po during the interview or before the interview?
So the importance is that, di ba we have a saying that first impressions last. So when you give a very good first impression to the interviewer, you will be, for example, parang tatata ka na sa interviewer mo. Okay? Hindi ka niya malilimutan because you have given such impression. So again, based on my topic, impression and of course dressing up. So that's actually building up your confidence as an applicant as well. And of course, you will be remembered as maybe one of the top applicants for that day. So that's still part of your assessment or evaluation for the interviewer.
Ayan. Is that an edge po or a factor for the applicant to get hired? Or maliit lang yung chance?
That's a factor.
Yes.
That's really a factor. But not just first impression. Okay, you have to always remember that yes, it can be a factor, but you need to focus as well on how you answer the questions during the actual interview. That's the most important thing kasi. Okay. Yes, you have given the impression that you look good, that you have presented yourself well, but what about your answers during the interview? So that's more impactful than just dressing up well.
Correct. Baka puro first impression lang.
Oo.
Puro first impression lang. And sa pagdating sa interview, ayan. So,
Wala pala. Oh.
yes. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. Another question, ma'am, is your thoughts po about applicants naman who are not showing up for the interview or replying at least na they cannot make it to the interview. Ayan.
So, applicants who parang nag-rain check during an interview. Actually, it's not a loss from the company, for example, because there are other applicants. There is a long line of applicants. Okay, so if you are the applicant and if you do that, then it's a loss of chance on your part. Okay, you just lost the possibility of aiming or acing that job application or that job interview. So make sure that if you apply, you are sure that you are really applying for that job. And of course, part of that is also learning how or learning the role that you are applying for. Okay? Kasi baka natakot lang kasi parang nawala sa idea nila na mag-a-apply pala ako. Wala akong idea sa anong role tong a-applyan ko. So that's part of your research. That's part of learning about the company background. Make sure that you know what you're applying for as well.
All right. Thank you so much. Ay, may comment sa Sir Carlo. Sabi niya, be early, introduce yourself well, introduce your experience. And so that's correct, Sir Carlo. So I think no more questions, ma'am, from the audience po, from SorSU and from me as well. So thank you so much for answering our questions, my questions po. And yan, thank you so much po for your time and your expertise po for today's session. Ma'am, do you have final words po for the to the graduating students of SorSU?
Again, for the to the graduating students of SorSU, so you will be ano na, you'll be opened up na to the real world soon. So I hope that this discussion helped you a lot. You have learned a lot from this, and then you will apply all of these strategies and tips for your future interview. So again, preparedness matters. So make sure that you prepare well before you attend your interview. That's it. Thank you so much, Jobs 180 and
Prepare and practice. Thank you so much, Ms. Via. Thank you, ma'am. And we look forward to having you again in future webinars. Thank you so much po. Stay safe, ma'am.
Thank you, Miss Joyce.
Thank you, ma'am. So again, guys, if you're interested to know more about VXI or you're interested to apply at VXI, so you may visit www.jobs180.com/VXI. Ayan, so if you have questions pa, please send us a message sa aming Facebook page, ayan, or Facebook Messenger. So hold on. Ayan. So there you have it, guys. So we are done with talk proper and successfully tackled all the topics assigned for today's session. So to our speakers, maraming salamat, ma'am. Thank you so much, Ms. Via, Sir Kim, for sharing your time and your expertise our audience, and thank you so much for staying. And we hope you've learned and enjoyed the session. And if you have questions, sabi ko nga po, you may send us a message. Ayan, kung meron kayo questions about ResumeLink, may concerns kayo about ResumeLink, so let us know. And we hope that we have imparted insightful things that would help you as you embark on your journey to the world of work or the adulting life. So we would also like to thank SorSU, especially Miss Mary Ann Hintalan and Miss Leilani Berwega. Ayan, so we look forward, ma'am, to more collaborations with you. Maraming salamat po. And so to our audience po, for your evaluation and attendance link, so the links will be sent directly to your personal email. So please wait na lang po for the link. So again, the links will be sent personally to your emails po. So please watch out for the next set of webinars we are going to host for. Please check our Facebook page for the topics that will be discussed, and you are welcome to join in on those sessions too. So if you missed this webinar, you think you missed this webinar, you may rewatch the recorded videos on our Facebook and YouTube page. So the program is finally concluded. This is your host, Joyce Katakutan Kole. We will see you soon and have a great afternoon. Ingat, everyone!
Hi, welcome to Manulife IT Delivery Centres Asia, or MIT-DC. This is also MIT-DC. This is a MIT-DC office. We'll get to meet each other either here or virtually. They are MIT-DC, and they're MIT-DC. They're MIT-DC. He's also MIT-DC. They like to pair program. You'll be working with them and with other people across Asia, Canada and North America as part of Manulife, a leading global financial services provider. Today, I'd like to introduce our high-performing team engagement framework. It is key to ensuring that MIT-DC is an enjoyable, rewarding and productive place to work. The framework is made up of 5 key elements. 1. A psychologically safe, accountable and productive environment, powered by Kaizen. 2. Management accountability, leaders listening and taking action on your feedback. 3. Shared values and a strategic understanding of our purpose in the company. 4. The employee needs hierarchy that ensures that you not only have what you need to do your work, but also recognition, a happy team dynamic, and individual growth. And finally, 5. Our engagement pulse check, or the Gallup survey, whose 36 questions ask, are our people leaders living up to their commitments? Let's go into each in a little more detail. A psychologically safe environment means that MIT-DC fosters an open workplace that encourages feedback. We express our ideas. We ask and give help. We act with integrity and learn from our mistakes. Kaizen is our methodology for this. Management accountability means that company leaders will listen, confirm, and action feedback at both an individual team and MIT-DC-wide level. Through Gallup, employee focus groups, town halls, retrospectives, and the daily performance dialogue. We're here to listen. We're here to act. It's important to have a strategic understanding of our purpose in the company. Our shared Manulife values were co-created with employees globally. Our values guide how we do our work. The employee needs hierarchy ensures that not only are basic needs met, but also individual recognition, a happy team dynamic, and personal growth opportunities. These are part of your needs that Manulife passionately works on with you every day. And lastly, we have the Engagement Pulse Check, or Gallup poll, whose 36 questions are directly linked to our framework. And, as always, you can give us open feedback too. This allows us to improve and action at both an individual and collective team level. The format follows an agreement scale that goes from strongly agree to strongly disagree. The result is a measure of our engagement relative to other teams and the industry. So that's our high-performing team engagement framework in a nutshell. We're quite excited to hear from you. Until then, remember, we're getting better every day. Bye!
I felt that my work before didn't give me the continuous learning and career growth I was looking for. Hi, I'm Isa. I am the Clinical Training and Quality Lead for Care Innovation Operations. I am also a nurse by profession, licensed in the state of New York.
Hi, I'm Rosro. I was a Philippine registered nurse when I joined Accenture. I signed up for the USRN Build program, where I was able to get my US nursing license. I now handle a group of USRNs for a US health insurance client.
Hi, I'm Rosh. I'm a service delivery lead in health and a global process owner for provider operations, leading a team across Manila, Ilocos, and Chennai.
I felt that my work before didn't give me the continuous learning and career growth I was looking for. So, I joined Accenture as a US registered nurse. Now, I am a clinical training and quality manager. As a nurse, we review patients' medical records to make sure that services are medically necessary.
Our team caters to North America's leading healthcare payers, providers like doctors and nurses, and non-traditional health organizations. We help our clients meet the essential expectations that every person has of the healthcare system: access, experience, and outcomes. We have a strong learning and development capability for our talents. The opportunity to learn and develop new skills is not limited to your specific function or role.
I've learned different skills in leadership, business acumen, technology like robotic process automations, and artificial intelligence, which gave me the advantage in managing the various clinical teams for delivery and quality.
The USRN Build program is an Accenture initiative wherein the company provides opportunities for Philippine registered nurses to become US registered nurses. Accenture shoulders all of the expenses starting from the review center, processing of all of your documents on your behalf, and all the way down to taking the USRN licensure exam. All you have to do is just focus on the review and pass the test.
As a first-time mom of a 1-year-old boy, Accenture gave me the opportunity to work with flexibility, which allows me to spend more time with my son, while at the same time feel more connected with my team all over the world.
Future Ready is being able to get ahead of the curve. For the last 17 years, I have seen the healthcare industry continue to evolve and adapt to change. The pandemic has accelerated the shift to digital, opening the untapped potential in deploying AI and robotic process automation, all with a goal to be future ready. With Accenture as their partner, our insights and value-driven culture will help our clients deliver their promise of care to their customers.
In your light we walk and we raise your banner high, while we sing your anthem aloud with love and pride. In our loyal hearts we will bear your name afar. Onwards as we go, marching to a future bright. Sorsogon State University, beloved alma mater. You're a beacon of truth, gem of knowledge for all men. Hail thee, pride of Sorsogon. Deep within thy halls, dreams and visions come to light, shaping future leaders from young and seasoned minds. For a better world and humanity we strive, serving God and all His creations we unite. Sorsogon State University, beloved alma mater. You're a beacon of truth and of knowledge for all men. Hail thee, pride of Sorsogon.